حضورش كامل، دائما تحضرين. ما هاش عجب اليوم ما جاية، ما ها عادي.
دكتورة نبدي؟
يلا بلش.
بروسيس
بس اسماءكم حيدر، اسماءكم شيء مذكورة بالسلايد؟
اي
اوكي حتى ايه بلش يلا.
بروسيس مانجمنت. اور تيم كاظم محسن، سورة عبد الكريم، حيدر سعدون. Supervised by DR.SUHAD FAISAL.
Introduction. Early computers allowed only one program to be executed at a time. This program had a complete control of the system and had access to all the system's resources. In contrast, contemporary computer systems allow multi-programs to be loaded into memory and executed. Currently, this evolution requires far more control and more computerization of the various programs, and this needs to result in the nation of a process, which is a program and execution. A process is the unit of work in a modern computing system.
Table of contents. Scheduling. Scheduling is action of assigning resources to perform tasks.
Job scheduling, controlling intent, background program execution of job.
State model, initializing the program control block.
Conclusion judgment that is made after careful thought.
What is the most important thing in computer?
Central processing unit, CPU. The CPU, also widely called the process, is the heart of your computer.
What does CPU do?
A central processing unit, a CPU, is a piece of hardware that enables your computer to interact with all the application and programs installed.
What does CPU need to work?
It is more operated to refer the software as the brain and the CPU as very efficient calculator. CPU is really good with the numbers, but if it wasn't for the software, it would know how to do anything else.
What does software do for the CPU?
Job scheduling. It's considering with the management of jobs.
A process scheduling is concerned with the manage of process.
Job and process synchronization is the task of coordinating the execution of processes in a way that no two processes.
What is scheduling in operation system?
The process scheduling is activity of the process manager that handle the removal of the running process from the CPU and the selection of another processing on the process on the base of a particular strategy. Process scheduling is an essential part of multi-programming operating system. Without it, the CPU will be like, my God, that's a lot of processing.
What are the scheduling types?
Job scheduling, macro scheduler, process scheduling, micro scheduler.
What is the job and job scheduling?
Job, a set of commands or process executed by a batch system.
Okay.
Album?
Job scheduling, the task of choosing which jobs to load into a memory and execute. So it will through the job to the CPU to deal with it and division it to process like the GF. Deal with it.
Is there any difference between job scheduler and process scheduler? Scheduler.
من اللي راح يقول لنا difference between job with a process scheduler؟
دكتورة كاظم بس يمكن يمه. Next.
صار
Process
عند
is
الصوت.
singular.
اوكي اي
Process is a unit of work in system. A process
Mhm.
scheduler selects an available process possible from set of several available processes for program execution on a core. Each CPU core can run one process at a time.
زين.
Job scheduling. Job scheduling typically refer the programs that are to be run at a set time. The emphasis here that these programs are not currently running but are scheduled to run on same schedule. Example: the two main jobs of a computer are I/O and computing.
Result is the process is a subset of job.
اي
State model. Spoiler. A computer utility that regards the data flow.
Job scheduler, submit and hold.
Process scheduling. Select a process to run.
Traffic controller, keep track of states of all processes.
What excited is the scheduler?
Computer utility that regards data flow by receiving data as from a word process, queuing the data in a buffer, and then transmitting it as to a printer with increased efficiency.
How it work?
Placed all submitted jobs into a form of for processing by the job scheduler. Keep track of the jobs in the system. Select a job to run and create corresponding processes.
What are the status the job scheduler use?
Some say IT is stamped the code and appropriate control chart to the command center.
Hold the state. An operator took my code, took the code and caused it to be read into the computer and copied into disk where the job scheduler could examine it.
Read state
اي
read state the job scheduler choose the code to run and set up a process for it.
Running state. The process was finally assigned and processor to execute the code by the process scheduler model. Job scheduler should not be confused with processing scheduling. With it, the assignment of currently running processing to CPU by the operating system.
CPU scheduling is the basis of multi-programmed operation system. By switching the CPU among processes, the operation system can make the computer more productive.
In a system with a single CPU core, only one process can run at a time. Others must wait until the CPU core is free and can be rescheduled.
A process is executed until it must wait and job it a set of commands or processes.
Thanks. Do you have any question?
دكتورة انتهت.
ممتاز، عاشت ايدكم،
شكرا
حلو
دكتور.
شغلكم. احد من الطلاب عنده سؤال؟ ما حد؟ هيك يعني كلش مسيطرين على كل المادة؟ هي هسه. شكرا شباب، حلو شغلكم. السمينار مشتغلين حلو، مرتبين، المادة عارضيها بطريقة حلوة، قارين سوا، عارفين يعني تسوون سينكرونايزيشن للبروسيسز بيناتكم، يعني جود جوب.
شكرا دكتورة.
عاشت ايدكم، هذا استحقاقكم. اي شبابنا اللي بعده. ها وين البقية؟ يلا بس انطوني الاسماء اثبتها.
حيدر كاظم.
حيدر كاظم. لحظة عندي كذا حيدر، شوية اكو ارباد. اكثركم